10 minutes and almost 11 after the hour. It is the voice of Indiana County, WCCS 101.1 FM, AM 1160, and WCCSradio.com. And there he is, in fact, from the Historical and Genealogical Society of Indiana County. He is Jonathan Bogert joining us this morning. Our conversation presented by Marcus & Mack, voted best law firm and best personal injury law. You're 3 years in a row on the Best of Indiana County contest. Visit them online at marcusandmack.com. You must have been breathtaking there, Jonathan, because I had to stop in the middle and go,
oh boy.
Hey, you've always got something interesting going on at the Historical and Genealogical Society, and you've done it again.
Yes, our volunteers have been cooking up a wide array of different events, and we've been partnering with a couple of other organizations in town. There are a couple of other big events coming up that we're kind of a small piece of, and it's been a thrill to work with some of those other people. So pretty much something going on every week now at the Society in September. And a lot of great things, a couple of free events, so we welcome folks to just come out and enjoy those if they have an inkling of historic interest.
Yeah, absolutely. So what's the first of those events?
Boy, so the next one's coming right up here on Saturday, and we know the Northern Appalachian Folk Festival's going on over the course of the weekend, and on Saturday, the 7th, we're actually taking part in that. We're sort of contributing. So from the Society, we're going to have reenactors, we're going to have tours of the mansion, we're going to have sort of historic arts and crafts going on along South 6th Street, and we're pretty much going to be stretched from the Armory all the way up towards Philadelphia Street. So I think there are at least 20 to 30 individuals involved. There's going to be something for everyone involved. And these events are all free and open to the public. Yeah.
So give me a sample.
So let's see. Let's start. We have actually NAF is hosting 2 workshops in the Armory. So they're going to be speakers on the Underground Railroad and coal mining as well. So that's free. That's going to be happening during the day. And I'll mention all this stuff is up on our website, hgsic.org. It has times, dates, information for folks who are interested. But we have the workshops going on, and then we transition into the Clark House tours. And we have guided tours actually taking people through the Clark House every half hour. They've been working on scripts to just give you the nitty-gritty history of every bit of information you can think of for the Clark House. So we're talking not only the portraits and artifacts that are in the building, but the people who lived there, the things that took place over the years. I mean, the building has a long sort of a storied history to it. Lots of different people involved in it. So,
yeah. Not only the cream of the crop here in Indiana for a lot of years, but the GAR history of the Clark House is particularly fascinating, isn't it?
Yes, also, which is linked to that statue that's out front, the Rest on Arms statue. But we do have the original charter for the GAR in the parlor, which will be part of the tour. We have a photograph of them as part of one of their reunions in the early 1900s. And it's a bunch of these Civil War veterans just sitting out front of the Clark House. And they're old, they're weathered, but they're tough, they've got spirit. And I think that kind of links to the spirit of the people who lived in Indiana County. So it kind of shows through in that single photograph, if it's worth 1,000 words.
So that's happening this weekend.
Yeah, so that's this weekend, but that's not all. At the Clark House is sort of just the beginning. We have been partnering with a couple of local military reenactors, and we will have material on hand, people portraying historic military figures and showing off their equipment and just showing people what that was like to be in a conflict at that time. And we have people stretching from the Civil War all the way up to the Vietnam era. So for some of our youngsters who maybe have grandparents in the area that served in the Vietnam conflict, they can see and experience and actually hold some of those items that their grandparents would have, had a chance to interact with during their time in the service.
Yeah, that's interesting. That something goes from being a story told by Grandpa into something that you can actually hold.
Exactly. Not just a date in a book, but something that's living, breathing, and has some weight to it. I can tell you, a lot of those historical artifacts are incredibly heavy. they were built
Oh, yeah.
well. They're not plastic. Most of them are, cast iron, metal, heavier wood. So it definitely puts things in perspective compared to the little smartphones that we all carry around that are, championed for being incredibly light and easy to use. So,
yeah. So that's another big event.
Yeah, well, that's all on Saturday. Again, all on Saturday.
Oh, that's all Saturday.
All Saturday, stretching from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. And finally, stretching up towards 6th Street, we have people portraying historic crafts and arts as well. So you're going to have the milk delivery business. You're going to have quilting. You're going to have wood turning, just to name a few. And folks are going to be able to see these historic crafts be, performed by these people. So it's going to really highlight the Appalachian sort of region and the things that people did just to survive and was part of everyday life. I mean, there are items that you pick up and kids will say, well, what is that? It's completely passed out of our regular sort of lexicon but an ice pick ice picks are primary examples for delivering ice. Some folks didn't have refrigeration, so they would cut the ice and it would be delivered. So something.
So you got a set of tongs too, huh?
Yes, a set of ice tongs as well.
Sure.
And again, very heavy, very well built. But you think, well, what are those? A giant thing for taking meat off the grill, or some of the interesting answers that kids have to give. But
I actually, in working with the Amish out where I live, I used ice tongs quite
really
often. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So there you go. That's all this weekend.
Yep, that's all on Saturday the 7th from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. And all free.
And you said that it's actually from the Clark House going toward Philadelphia Street?
Yes, so NAF is taking place up here on Philadelphia Street and sort of some of the side streets. And our involvement is pretty much from the Armory all the way up to, I would say, Philadelphia Street there. So, Yep. Yeah. So it'll be stretched out. So it'll be guys in tents, historical reenactors, everything. So people should be able to see them. It'll be hard to miss.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice. So that's all this weekend with the Historical and Genealogical Society teaming up with the Northern Appalachian Folk Festival.
Yes.
Good stuff.
Yes.
Good stuff.
A couple other events if we have time.
Sure.
Move along. Our Ladies' Tea, which is taking place on Saturday the 14th, actually is sold out at this point. Mary Jo Bowes is putting on another fantastic program, and we're incredibly grateful to utilize her writing skills and performing. And she is working on a play or a performance that explores married life and the different stages that couples go through as they age through married life. So her good friend David Tabish is going to be performing with her. And then during the second half of the afternoon, he's going to have his own little sort of performance of memories of childhood in Pittsburgh. So that's sure to be interesting. And as always, there'll be pastries, there'll be tea, coffee from Cafe Amadeus. So we're thrilled, that we've sold out. But if folks are interested, there is a holiday tea taking place. So all the tickets are sold out for the September tea, but we do have tickets available for the holiday tea, and that's in November.
In November
Yes,
will be
in
the
November.
holiday tea. Can they get the tickets now?
They can get the tickets now on our website, hgsic.org, and the tickets are available. I know we still have some left. I just checked them this morning, but they have been selling pretty quickly as a result of the fall tea being sold out.
I would guess.
Yes.
Yeah. Everybody that's at the fall tea is going to say, man, I'd like to go to this too.
Yes.
So you better get them now.
Well, we had a trio of ladies who actually bought their tickets at the beginning of the year for every single tea. So they're diehard fans, so that's always nice to see.
Nice, yeah.
But one more event then at the end of the month, we have a restored Chickering 1858 square grand piano, and Hazel Johnston, one of our volunteers, you may be familiar with Hazel.
She's a great piano player.
A great piano player, and she has brought together sort of an all-star cast of pianists to play this 1858 square grand piano.
Oh, yeah.
Now, for folks that aren't familiar, it's they may remember a upright piano in the parlor, but this particular style, it looks very similar to a piece of furniture or a table that just kind of has a keyboard laid into it. So incredibly old, but surprisingly in great shape. So, at almost 150 years old, I can only hope to look that good when I reach that age. So, that's the one problem with historic artifacts. They look great at age, and
we age and they don't.
We age and they don't. So that's the trouble. And I think that's what fascinates people about the past is these items last so long, and they're kind of locked in that time period. So you step into the Clark House or the Armory, and you can instantly say, I remember playing basketball here, or this house is beautiful. So yeah, but yes.
So Hazel's event, what is the date for it?
That's September 19th. It's a Thursday, and that's taking place at 6:30 in the East Parlor of the historic Clark House.
You have some of the names?
Let's see. I don't. Hazel, that is to be determined. So that'll be released. Actually, Hazel has a sort of reveal coming for all of those folks coming up in our upcoming newsletter. So, So I can't spill the beans on that.
No, but you can promote the fact of the newsletter now because you've got folks interested in it. So
yes.
How do they get the newsletter?
Well, they can sign up for the newsletter on our website, as I mentioned before, hgsic.org, or they can stop in the society and look around at some of the exhibits and sign up then. Now, I will mention that last year's piano program, if folks want a taste of it, is available on the Society's website. We have a full recording of last year's event. So if folks are interested, they can view exactly what happened, but it's a different lineup of pianists this year, a totally different lineup.
There you go.
Yes.
Same instrument?
Same instrument, totally different lineup. So the piano tuner is actually coming in on Friday. So that itself is an art.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. It's something else to see. Well, wonderful. You've got a lot of great events coming to the Historical and Genealogical Society, hgsic.org.
Yes, .org. Yep.
That's where you need to go, boys and girls. Thanks, Jonathan.
Yep. Thanks for having me, Todd.
It is the voice of Indianaicati. It's WCCS 101.1 FM, AM 1160, WCCSradio.com. 22 minutes after 9 o'clock on the way. Boomer Sports in just a couple of moments. Want to get the health cycle in this morning, and Aaron Yall's here with the Money Matters report. Let's start the health cycle. Lisa's here for the house call. Sarah Lee has the health beat. All right, Lisa, thank you so much. It's Indiana in the Morning on WCCS. Money Matters with Aaron this morning. All right, Aaron, thank you. It's Indiana in the Morning, and it's WCCS 101.1 FM, AM 1160, and WCCSradio.com. Boomer Sports brought to you by S&T Bank, People Forward Banking.